Your biggest career obstacle isn't your technical knowledge, it's how you handle catastrophe. While 89% of executives can navigate routine challenges, only 12% demonstrate mastery when facing life-altering crises. The difference between those who crumble and those who emerge stronger isn't resilience. It's a specific psychological framework that nobody's teaching in leadership programs. Picture this: your top performing colleague, the one everyone looks up to, the senior executive who seems to have it all figured out, suddenly starts missing meetings. Their presentations lack their usual sharpness. 6 months later, you discover they've been dealing with a family medical crisis that completely derailed their performance. What's striking isn't just their struggle, but how unnecessary it was. After 15 years of watching professionals navigate personal crises, there's a clear pattern. Leadership capacity isn't truly tested in boardrooms, but in how you handle life's unexpected catastrophes. And if you're waiting until disaster strikes to develop these skills, well, you're already behind. This ability to navigate personal catastrophes while maintaining professional effectiveness is what psychologists call crisis resilience competency. In technical terms, it's the metacognitive ability to modulate emotional responses during acute stress events while maintaining executive function. Think of it like being a skilled pilot during turbulence. You're not pretending the storm doesn't exist, but you're maintaining control of the aircraft while navigating through it. Most people approach crises by either building walls around their feelings, which eventually crumble spectacularly, or letting emotions flood every aspect of their functioning. What actually works is treating emotional processing and functional performance as parallel streams that need different management approaches, but can coexist beautifully. Here's something nobody ever talks about in personal development: the time frame principle. When facing overwhelming circumstances, successful leaders instinctively narrowed their time frame of concern. A Harvard Business Review study found that executives who maintained effectiveness during personal crises consistently shrank their decision-making window, sometimes from years to months, months to weeks, or even down to hours. Picture a CFO dealing with her partner's terminal illness. She scheduled specific worry windows daily, but maintained complete presence during leadership meetings by practicing what we call time frame compression. This isn't compartmentalization, that's psychological suppression. This is temporal focus shifting, a completely different mechanism that actually honors both your emotional reality and your professional responsibilities. Think about your own experience. When was the last time a personal crisis affected your work performance? Maybe you found yourself constantly distracted, unable to focus, with your mind ping-ponging between immediate tasks and catastrophic future scenarios. Most professionals describe feeling mentally fragmented during these periods. You're sitting in a strategy meeting, but mentally you're calculating medical bills. You're reviewing quarterly reports, but your brain keeps jumping to worst-case scenarios. But actually, this fragmentation isn't inevitable. It's the result of never being taught the specific cognitive techniques that prevent it. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're essential survival equipment. The greatest leaders understand that self-sacrifice without limits isn't heroic. It's a recipe for becoming another casualty. Consider a department director known for her exceptional team support. She was caring for an aging parent while managing a division through restructuring, burning out fast. Through structured coaching, she implemented what we call conscious capacity allocation, a methodical approach to determining exactly how much emotional and practical load she could carry before diminishing returns kicked in. Within weeks, not only did her well-being improve, but her team's performance actually increased by 23%. Why? Because clear boundaries create consistency, and consistency creates psychological safety for everyone around you. You know that moment when you're trying to be everything to everyone and suddenly realize you're failing at everything? Picture this scenario: you're growing in your career, taking on more responsibility, feeling like you're finally hitting your stride. Then life hits. A parent gets diagnosed with a serious illness requiring daily care. Initially, you try to do it all: maintain your performance standards, handle the increased workload, and provide full support at home. You find yourself sitting in your car between meetings, trying to review important documents while coordinating medical appointments, feeling this overwhelming sense of failure in both areas. After weeks of this juggling act, you have a complete breakdown during an important presentation. You literally can't remember what you were saying mid-sentence. That moment forces a recognition. Your approach isn't just failing you, it's failing everyone who depends on you. The revelation isn't that you need to work less, it's that excellence requires focus, and focus requires intentional boundaries. Now here's where things get genuinely fascinating. Catastrophes can actually accelerate your leadership development when properly framed. Recent research from organizational psychology shows that leaders who successfully navigate personal crises develop significantly higher emotional intelligence, decision-making clarity, and prioritization skills than their peers. The key difference is implementation of a dual processing framework, simultaneously acknowledging the emotional reality while engaging in structured problem solving. For those just starting to develop these skills, this means simply separating emotional processing time from action planning time. You don't ignore your feelings, you schedule them. For more advanced practitioners, it means developing the ability to toggle between these modes almost instantaneously, allowing you to remain effective even while processing intense emotions. It's like developing emotional ambidexterity. What's fascinating is how the professional community often gets this completely backwards. You regularly see leadership summits where the advice around personal crises amounts to compartmentalize better or take time off. Neither addresses the real challenge: integration. High-performing professionals need methodologies that acknowledge the whole person, not just the professional persona they bring to work. As vulnerability research consistently shows, the leaders who inspire the most trust are those who can be authentically human while maintaining their effectiveness. The best leaders have all developed personal frameworks for handling life's inevitable catastrophes without sacrificing their effectiveness or their authentic selves. They've learned that strength isn't the absence of struggle, it's grace under pressure. Here's exactly how to apply this approach, step by step. First, implement time frame control. Consciously decide what period of time you'll focus on during any given task or interaction. This hour, this meeting, this day. When your mind wanders to future catastrophes or past regrets, you practice returning to that chosen time frame like a meditation anchor. Second, establish worry windows. Schedule specific times to process emotions and concerns, literally putting them in your calendar. This assures your brain that these matters will get proper attention without hijacking your entire day. Third, apply capacity calibration. Regularly assess your emotional and cognitive load against your current capacity, making conscious adjustments before reaching breakdown. Think of it like monitoring your phone battery and charging before it dies. Finally, create a crisis communication protocol with key stakeholders. Simple, direct language about what you need and what you can realistically deliver during difficult periods. No elaborate explanations required, just clear expectations. This exact methodology forms the foundation of our coaching program at creativeview.coach. Unlike traditional coaching that focuses only on your professional challenges, our AI-powered coaching conversations help you develop integrated strategies for handling life's biggest challenges while maintaining peak professional performance. Through daily 5-minute conversations, your personalized AI coach helps you implement these frameworks through our 30-day crisis resilience challenge. The conversations adapt to your specific situation, helping you practice these skills in real time as challenges arise. At just 1.5% the cost of traditional executive coaching, you get private, confidential support that's available whenever you need it most, which is often at 2 a.m. when traditional coaches aren't available. You've already learned how time frame control and boundary setting can transform your ability to handle life's catastrophes while maintaining professional excellence. Now it's time to implement these frameworks systematically before you need them. Visit creativeview.coach today to start your personalized development journey. Here's what I'm genuinely curious about. What personal challenge is currently affecting your professional performance? Share in the comments below and you'll get specific strategies tailored to your situation. Your openness might be exactly what another professional needs to hear today. Thank you for taking the time to invest in your development today. Next week, we'll explore how to have the most difficult conversations of your career without damaging relationships. Because once you master crisis resilience, you'll need to know how to communicate authentically under pressure. Remember, true leadership isn't measured by how you perform when everything's going well. It's revealed in how you respond when everything falls apart. Your greatest challenges aren't obstacles to your success. They're the forge where exceptional leadership is created.